and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you everything you need to make this very shiny Christmas card using the Festival of Trees stamp set from Stampin' Up! And a little bit of heat embossing. So let's get started. First, we're going to do all of our heat embossing. So I got a scrap of Whisper White cardstock here. And I'm going to be using one of the trees from the Festival of Trees stamp set. My Versamark ink pad. The example I showed is silver, but I'm going to be doing this one in gold. First, before I do anything, we should emboss or go over it with our embossing buddy so none of the embossed powder sticks to the paper where we don't want it to. So ink that up with the Versamark, stamp that one, and I'm also going to be using the sentiment from the Festival of Trees stamp set, A Merry Little Wish here. Go down there. And then our gold emboss powder. You just sprinkle that over the words. I know you probably can't see that on camera. And shake off the excess. Flick the back there. And there's our words embossed. Set that aside, and I have a scrap piece of printer paper here. Get all that back into the jar. And now we're going to emboss this part on high with our heat tool. There, isn't that cool? So I'm going to let that dry a little bit. It's not really wet, but I just don't want to smudge it. So I'm going to set that aside. And I'm going to get the panel for the inside of our card, which this panel is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And I'm going to take the other part of the sentiment for Lots of Joy at Christmas from that Festival of Trees stamp set. Ink that up. Stamp it. It's a little crooked. I'm going to flip it over. And then make sure you cover your Versamark. You don't want to get embossing powder stuck to that. Your embossing powder over. Oh, I didn't use the embossing buddy again. I always forget that. And that's why I got things stuck. But, ooh. Alright. Pour the excess back into the jar. That Emboss Buddy, should have used it. Now the inside of our card is done. I'm just going to set that aside. And this should be dry now. So I'm going to punch out our words with the word window punch. And I'm going to punch out the tree with the tree punch. Line it up. Maybe. And punch. A little crooked, but it's okay. Nobody has to know that. And then our card base is a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock that's 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 folded in half. And then a panel of the gold foil sheet that's 5 1/4 by 4. Yes. And then a embossed piece. I used the Stripes embossing folder to emboss this. And this measures 5 by 3 3/4 inches. And all these measurements will be on my blog in the description below. So let's attach our panels. Use some Tombow glue. And our embossed stripes here. adhere that to our gold foil. And then I also got a piece of gold foil here that measures 2.5 inches by 3 inches. And we're going to use dimensionals to pop that piece up. And if you run out of dimensionals like I just did, you can cut off the ends here. Don't want to waste any. Center that kind of in the middle, but towards the top. And then our tree. That right in the middle of that gold foil. And then I have our words here, but we're also going to cut out a piece of cherry cobbler with the scallop oval punch. And this is what I'm going to adhere the words to with one of these little end pieces of dimensionals. Center that right in the middle of the oval. And cut another one off of there. Center that in the middle and bottom. And we're going to use some Tombow to adhere that to our panel, or our card base. And then our inside piece goes inside the card. And that is it. Oh, that's not it. I forgot to hide the star. That's not it. Wait a minute. Take our star punch. Punch out a pretty gold star. Another half of one of these dimensionals. Stick that to the top of the tree. Now that's it. Now you have two very stunning yet simple Christmas cards. Hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know down in the comments below whether you like the silver or the gold better. Thanks for watching. See you next time.